So what happened on July 1st, 2026 regarding the USMCA? Let me explain. To give you some context, in 2020, when the USMCA was first negotiated, a sunset clause was established. When July 1st, 2026 first arrived, three distinct possibilities would start from there on to the next couple of years. The first scenario would have happened if the three countries would have agreed to have the USMCA as it is. This would have made the USMCA continue for the next 16 years until 2042. The second scenario is what happened, where one of the countries did not agree to continue the USMCA as it is, in this case the United States. This triggered an annual review that will go on for the next 10 years. The third scenario would be that within these annual reviews for the next 10 years, the three countries would agree to have a renewed USMCA. This would further the USMCA from that point until 16 years forward. This review didn't happen in a vacuum. Tariffs have become the Trump administration's favorite policy tool. Section 232s on a dozen different sectors, a 10% tariff on all USMCA non-compliant goods, and 50% on aluminum, steel, and copper. Mexico is still the US's biggest trade partner in the whole world, and this USMCA has brought Mexico over $40 billion in foreign direct investment. So in July 1st, there were three very distinct postures. First, the US Trade Representative Jamieson Greer established a protection route. The USMCA would not continue as it is right now. Washington's narrative establishes that the USMCA has many deficiencies and that Mexico and Canada have big trade deficits with the United States. Importantly, the US did not withdraw from the agreement, but they are using this as a negotiation tool to have better concessions from Mexico and the United States. The US is favoring bilateral negotiations rather than trilateral because that gives them a bigger leverage over both countries. In fact, Mexico and the United States just held their third meeting in July in Mexico City, and a fourth one has been established for September later this year. So what's Mexico's position now? On July 1st, Mexico made the distinction that neither the United States nor Canada have formally withdrawn from the USMCA. Mexico acknowledged that the United States isn't in a position to extend the USMCA as it is for the next 16 years, but that has given Mexico the opportunity to work point by point of the issues that the US has raised with them on furthering their trade negotiations. For the private sector, it is crucial to understand that in the next 10 years of annual reviews, the three countries at any moment can agree that they will further the USMCA for the next 16 years. Canada's position is a lot more similar to Mexico's, but because they have shown and they have announced their unwavering support for the furthering of the USMCA. In parallel with the USMCA annual reviews, the 232 tariffs will also be negotiated between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Here's the common ground, and it is the most important takeaway. There are no immediate changes to the USMCA or EMEX or PROSEC or Rule 8 so far. The only thing that really changes is the horizon for the negotiation. Instead of having an instantaneous review that would have started on July 1st, we'll have an annual review until 2036, or until the three countries agree. If you need any support, contact the Institutional Relations team from Prudenza. Thank you very much.
Prudenza Academy. Built for strategic execution.